Okay students, so in this video we'll see series LCR circuit. In last video we have seen that when we connect the AC source to resistor, inductor and capacitor separately, so what is the phase relation between EMF and current in all the three cases. Now in this case we are connecting resistance, inductor and capacitor in series, and we will see what is the phase relation between EMF and current when they all together connected in series. So this is the source of EMF, and it is given as E is equal to E0 sine omega t. Okay, now students, so here we will get different voltage at different component. Okay, so what is the voltage at resistor? VR is equal to R into I according to Ohm's law. And at inductor, so it's inductive reactance, and multiply by current, you will get voltage across inductor. VL is equal to XL I. Okay, and here reactive capacitance, that is XC into I, that is nothing but voltage across this capacitor. Now if we'll see in phase relation individually, so in resistor current and voltage will be in same phase, so they are at in same phase. So this is suppose current, and this is a voltage across resistor. Okay, they are in same phase. And in case of inductor, so we have seen that in case of inductor, voltage leads current by pi by 2 radian, pi by 2. So if I will draw, this is suppose current line, so your voltage line will be here at pi by 2. So this is what your pi by 2. Okay, and in this is current, and this is voltage across inductor. And in case of capacitor, so in case of capacitor it lags. Okay, voltage lag by pi by 2. So this will be the graphical phase relation between current and voltage in case of capacitor. This will be pi by 2, and this is VC, that is voltage across capacitor. Now if we'll plot phasor diagram for all the three components, so what is the phasor diagram basically? So students, so let's draw it. So first of all I'll choose one x-axis and y-axis. So let me, okay, so when you will draw phasor diagram, so your phasor diagram is, so this is axis, and first we will plot for resistor. So resistor, for resistor we can say voltage and resistor are at same phase. So this is one line, and you can write it as VR, that is voltage across resistor, and here somewhere you can put current I. Current will be same throughout all resistor or throughout all component because they are connected in series. Okay, suppose this is at an angle omega t. Okay, now in case of capacitor, so voltage will be lagging, so you have to draw here by pi by 2. So this is your VC, and in case of inductor it is leading, okay, current, so this will be your leading case. This is what Vm. Here we have to make one assumption that voltage across inductor is greater compared to VC. You can assume VC also, okay, but in ordinary condition we will take voltage across inductor is greater compared to voltage across capacitor. So this is what your 90 degree, and this is also 90 degree. Okay, so this is, it means VC and VL are at 180 degree with each other. Okay, and if VL is greater than VC, so resultant will be this side. Okay, so this will be VL minus VC, VL minus VC. How we got this? Because they are opposite to each other, and remember the concept of vector. So if VL is greater than VC, so resultant will be towards the VL, that is voltage across inductor. This is VL. Okay, now this is the resultant of VL minus VC from till here. Okay, and one vector is in this direction. Okay, so resultant of these two will give you resultant of EMF, resultant EMF you will get. Okay, so basically it will in between these two lines. Okay, remember the parallelogram law of vector addition. Okay, so one vector is this one, and this one till here, it is the resultant of basically resultant of VL minus VC till here. Okay, so if you draw a line like this, now make a parallelogram. And suppose this is angle phi, that is resultant EMF. Okay, and make all this vector. Okay, this is your parallelogram, and this is your EMF here. It is EMF, and now you can see this will be 90 degree, and this is your resultant EMF, and this line and this line are equal. That means it means VL minus this line will be VL minus VC, because this is what parallel to each other. Okay, now by using this concept, this is actually your phasor diagram for the series LCR circuit. Okay, and by using this Pythagoras theorem in this triangle, we can derive an equation. Okay, so when you will use Pythagoras theorem in this equation, so what you will get basically, so let's derive here. So basically, so I can write using Pythagoras theorem. Just a minute. Using Pythagoras or Pythagorean theorem, what you will get, that is peak value of EMF square is equal to voltage across resistor का square plus voltage across inductor minus voltage across capacitor का whole square. This is what you will get by using Pythagoras in this triangle. Okay, because this is resultant, and this square is nothing but this square plus this square. Okay, and this square is nothing but your VR here. You can see here VR. Okay, and this VL minus VC you can see. Okay, actually till here you can make it VR here. You can write. Okay, now actually you make it till here only. Okay, this is not needed. Okay, so now apply. Now put the value. So what you will get basically here. So this is what I, that is current, which is common, which is same for all component, IR whole square plus in bracket IXL, that is VL, minus IXC the whole square. So here I is common, so what you will get, I square will be common, so you will get R square plus XL minus XC the whole square, bracket closed. Now, so this is what your EMF square. Now, or I can write this equation in different term. I is equal to epsilon by under root R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. Now students, if you look at this equation, okay, if you look at this equation compared with Ohm's law, so what is the effective resistance offered by this LCR circuit? So this is I is equal to V by R if you compare. So you will get under root R square plus XL minus XC the whole square is the effective resistance of series LCR circuit, and this is called basically impedance. What it's called? It is called impedance. What is impedance? Impedance is basically effective resistance in series LCR circuit. Students, impedance is a very important factor in any electric circuit. Okay, for an example, suppose you want to connect one circuit with another circuit, so impedance is very important. If impedance doesn't match, then you cannot connect one circuit with another circuit. You might have this name impedance is basically what does it mean. So basically impedance is a name given to in an electronic circuit where we use many components like inductor, resistor, capacitor, and this is very important factor when we connect one circuit with another circuit. Like for an example, if you connect very old pen drive to your modern computer, so you cannot connect it because impedance of that old pen drive, that circuit is different impedance, and your modern computer have different impedance. So there is a matching problem, and therefore it shows an error. So this is what impedance, and its unit is ohm only. Okay, because it is offer the resistance. Okay, so this is, and letter for impedance is Z. So here you can write Z is equal to under root R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. This Z letter is used for impedance, and unit is ohm. Unit is ohm only. Okay, this is what impedance, and this was the phasor diagram, and you can make impedance triangle also from this diagram. Okay, you can make impedance triangle like this. So take this line, this is your R resistance, and this line is XL minus XC. Okay, this is basically XL minus XC, and so resultant of these two is Z, that is what your impedance. Okay, and this is going to be very important factor. Z is equal to R square plus XL minus XC the whole square with root sign. This is very important. We will discuss on this topic. Okay, so this is what about series LCR circuit and phasor diagram, and you have to remember this phase relation. Now resonance condition of series LCR circuit. So in series LCR circuit, so we have to find out what is resonance condition, but before that we must know what is resonance condition. So students, definition of resonance condition is that a series LCR circuit is said to be in resonance when current through it has maximum value. What? When current through it has maximum value, and that time we'll call this circuit as resonant. Okay, so this is very important line, that when current is maximum in series LCR circuit, then this condition is called resonance condition. Now students, we know the derivation of current in series LCR circuit, that is given by this equation. Let me see this just a minute. Okay, so what is the derivation for that? So we got I, that is current in LCR circuit, is given by E naught divided by R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. This is the equation for current, and as per the definition of resonance, it has maximum value. Now students, in this equation you want this current is maximum. So when this current is maximum, so it depends on these factor, that is E naught and denominator R square plus XL minus X square. Okay, so there is chances of getting maximum current, that is you increase the EMF at very high value. So but this is not the case, because we have fixed EMF which is passing through different component, inductor and capacitor, resistor. So now we have to look at the this denominator side. So if this denominator become minimum, that is 0, okay, so you will get maximum current. Okay, but how you can make this denominator 0? Okay, it means you make R 0, you make XL 0, and you make XC 0. But if you cannot make, if you connect one wire, then also it have some resistance. So let me convert this equation in proper form. So I is equal to E naught divided by under root R square plus XL nothing but omega L. Omega L minus X is nothing but 1 upon omega C. Remember the equation. this is XL is nothing but omega L and X is nothing but 1 upon omega C. Okay, in previous video we have already completed this topic, XL and XC. Now how you can make this denominator 0, students? Or it is not necessary that every time you make this 0. Basically you want to minimize this term. अगर ये minimum हो जाता है तो obviously you will get maximum current. Okay, so now see, I cannot make R0, I cannot make L0, I cannot make S0 0, because making these component value 0, it means you are not connected, you are not connecting any component and circuit will not become LCR circuit. So there is no option of making this 0. Now look at this omega. If I will make omega 0, now what is omega? Omega was the angular velocity in AC generator derivation. Remember that omega is what? Angular velocity. That is angular velocity of that coil which is rotating, and because of that we are getting this AC current. So if you will make angular velocity 0, it means there is no EMF, there is no current. Okay, so you will get nothing. So this is not the case. So even you cannot make this omega 0. Suppose you are making omega 0. So this 0 multiplied by L, 0 minus 1 upon 0 into C. So 1 upon 0 means you will get basically infinite. Okay, and so if you will get infinite plus R square, so we will get maximum value, so very high. Okay, so this is not the case. And suppose you are making omega infinite, so when you will make omega, so infinite into L minus 1 upon infinite, that is 0. So then also you are getting. So by this condition you cannot minimize the current. So one option is there, that if anyway anyhow this term omega L and omega C become equal, मीन्स ऐसा कुछ तो वैल्यू होगा जहाँ पर ओमेगा एल माइनस एंड 1 अपॉन ओमेगा सी, इफ दे बिकम इक्वल, सो व्हेन यू सब्सट्रैक्ट इक्वल नंबर यू विल गेट 0. सो दीज टर्म बिकम 0 एंड यू विल गेट योर इक्वेशन एज ओमेगा ई नॉट बाई अंडर रूट आर स्क्वायर and you will get epsilon naught by r. Sorry, epsilon naught, epsilon naught, no problem. So when you got this condition, when omega L minus 1 upon omega C is equal to 0, that is when omega L is equal to 1 upon omega C. Okay, now look at this quantity, students. So when you substitute this value, when this component become equal, and you will get maximum current in this case, and at denominator you are getting only resistor. It means when omega L and 1 upon omega C become equals, so you are getting resistor, means in this case you will get purely resistive circuit. It behave like there is you have not connected inductor and capacitor, however you have connected, but this circuit we have purely resistive circuit, because only resistor are coming, resistance is coming in this equation. Okay, so this is called purely resistive circuit. So purely resistive circuit doesn't mean only resistor. Okay, sometimes there is one particular value for inductor and capacitor for which you will get this condition, you will get 0. Okay, and this circuit is called purely resistive. So basically what you got here, so you can write here omega L and is equal to 1 upon omega C. Okay, and therefore you can write omega is equal to, so you can write omega square is equal to 1 upon LC. Now what is omega square? So basically you can write omega square in nothing but so you will get omega is equal to 1 upon root LC, and this implies that, I am writing here, this implies that omega, that is nothing but 2 pi f is equal to 1 upon root LC, and therefore you can write f is equal to 1 upon 2 pi root L into C. Now this f is the frequency, this is not normal frequency, since you have derived this by putting particular condition. So this is called FR, that is resonant frequency, 1 upon 2 pi under root LC. This is derivation for your resonant frequency. So this is what resonant frequency, and it has some important characteristic. Okay, that is resonant frequency. So at resonant frequency you will get maximum current, okay, in the circuit. And when you will get this resonant frequency, when this omega L is equal to 1 upon omega C, or you can write when XL is equal to XC. When XL is equal to XC, that is inductive reactance, it becomes equal to capacitive reactance, then you will get resonant frequency. And formula for resonant frequency is this one. This you can say this is the second characteristic. And impedance is minimum. In case of resonant circuit, impedance is minimum, and circuit behave totally as a resistive, purely resistive circuit. Okay, so this is what basically resonance condition in LCR circuit. Now students, if I plot the graph, what is the meaning of this? This is actually very important derivation, because from here many branches of electronic will come to the picture, like for filter, like for radio receiver, like for television receiver. Okay, so you can design many important electronic device. Now what is the meaning of this? If I'll plot a graph, suppose if I'll plot a graph, suppose this is frequency axis and this is current axis. Okay, so your graph will be like this, and here you can see you are getting maximum current. Sorry, this is what maximum current you are here you are getting. Okay, that is peak value of current. You can see you are getting here for a particular component value. Okay, and now students, look at the formula for resonant frequency. Here you will not get resistance 2 pi under root L into C. Resistance is not there. It means what? Basically you can say here basically resistance, resonant frequency does not depend on resistance. Okay, but this peak value, this sharpness of this peak depends on resistance. Suppose some value of R, for some value of R. Okay, now if you decrease the R, so I will get curve like this, something like this. I will. So your peak value of current will increase. I know. Now if you take another resistor which have less value compared to this one, so you will get more current like this. So your peak value here you will get. Obviously, according to Ohm's law, if you will decrease the resistance, current will increase. Okay, so this is what basically by decreasing the resistance you are increasing the sharpness of this resistance. Now basically what we are doing here, suppose we are doing one experiment. We have one AC generator whose frequency we can change, and we have connected one ammeter which can measure the current. So when I will increase the frequency, current will also increase. Current will increase like this. Current will increase. Okay, I am increasing the frequency. So one particular point will come when current become maximum, and this particular point on frequency axis is called resonant frequency. Now again, if you increase the frequency, your current will decrease. Okay, decrease will like this, and it will come to 0. Okay, so this is what basically resonant frequency. Now this is basically this is what basically called quality factor. Okay, what is quality factor basically? So quality factor means when we increase the when we decrease the resistor, so sharpness of this peak will decrease. Okay, you can see sharpness of this peak will increase. So this is called what? Quality factor, and it has got particular definition. So resonant frequency is basically independent of R. Resonant frequency does not depend on R, but the sharpness of peak depends on R. This is what very important. They may ask in multiple choice question in entrance exam. Okay, so because we know that frequency formula for 2 pi root LC. Okay, and there is no resistor, it means resonant frequency does not depends on R, but sharpness of resonant frequency obviously it depends on R. Okay, and and thus the resonance is sharp for small r and the flat one for large r. So sharpness of resonance is measured by one factor, that is called quality factor or Q factor. So this is called basically Q factor. This is short form, or quality factor, which measure the sharpness of this peak. So sharpness basically here you can design for bandwidth also, which is not included in our syllabus, and in CBSE board it is not given in the syllabus. Okay, so but if you want, I can derive the relation for sharpness factor, so quality factor. Okay, but general definition for quality factor is basically in terms of omega, it is represented by letter Q, is equal to, that is, it is the ratio of resonant frequency, or you can see in terms of omega also you can write, divided by omega 2 minus omega 1. Now what is this omega 2 minus omega 1? This is particular value. Suppose if you on same axis we will take omega, this is suppose omega, and this become omega r. So if you select any 2 point, so this is omega del omega, suppose this is omega 1 and this will be omega 2. So this is the difference. Okay, and it is basically a dimensionless quantity. Okay, and this term omega 2 minus omega 1, it is actually called bandwidth. So you can write resonant frequency, you can write like this. I'm writing here. Okay, resonant frequency and divided by bandwidth. This is formula for quality factor. Okay, bandwidth and resonance. So what is basically quality factor? Quality, simply you can write quality factor is the ratio of resonant frequency to the bandwidth. Thank you so much for watching this video.